Hello, everyone. The crow, the cobra, and the mongoose. Lessons in strategic thinking. In a dense emerald forest, the sun filtered through the leaves like golden threads, illuminating a large tree at its center. On one of its high branches, a pair of crows had built a nest. Beneath them, coiled in the tree's hollow, lived a black cobra, a silent predator with eyes like molten amber. Every time the crow couple laid eggs or nurtured their young, the cobra would slither silently, seizing the chicks or destroying the nest. Fear and sorrow shadowed the crows' daily lives, yet they persevered, cautious and vigilant. Frustrated by repeated losses, the crows decided to seek help. They approached a clever monkey known throughout the forest for her intelligence and problem solving skills. They recounted their plight. Every time we think we are safe, the cobra strikes. How can we protect our young? The monkey sat under the shade, pondering for a while, then spoke. Your enemy is powerful, but there is a way. You must bring a mongoose. It is the only creature that can defeat the black cobra. But the mongoose will not act unless guided. Place small fish pieces along a trail from the mongoose's burrow to the cobra's den. Let it follow the trail and it will confront the cobra. The crows, trusting the monkey's wisdom, executed the plan meticulously. They carefully laid fish chunks, creating a trail from the mongoose's burrow to the cobra's hollow. Soon, a mongoose, attracted by the scent of fish, followed the path. Upon reaching the cobra, the two engaged in a fierce, deadly struggle. After intense combat, the mongoose emerged victorious. The black cobra was slain. The crows rejoiced, believing their problem had been solved. However, the victory was bittersweet. While the immediate threat of the cobra was gone, the mongoose did not leave the tree. Gradually, it began preying on the crow chicks, creating a new and perhaps even greater danger than before. What the crows had hoped would be a solution now introduced a fresh challenge. The problem they had eliminated had inadvertently invited another, more unpredictable threat. Moral analysis, foreseeing consequences. This fable imparts a crucial lesson. Short term solutions, if not carefully planned, can bring bigger long term problems. It emphasizes foresight, strategic thinking, and understanding potential ripple effects before acting. Key insights. Think beyond immediate threats. The crows focused only on removing the cobra without considering the mongoose's behavior. In real life, solving one problem without anticipating consequences can lead to bigger challenges. Temporary relief versus lasting stability. Immediate success might mask the risks introduced by the solution itself. True intelligence lies in assessing the sustainability of an action. Strategic guidance matters. The monkey provided a clever, structured approach, yet, even with planning, unanticipated outcomes arose. This reminds us that even carefully thought out strategies need constant monitoring and adjustment. In essence, the fable warns solving a problem hastily or without foresight may exchange one danger for another, potentially more harmful one. 3. Corporate reflections, lessons for the workplace. The story mirrors many corporate challenges and dynamics. A. Short term fixes versus long term planning. In organizations, teams often confront urgent issues, a missed deadline, a technical glitch, or a client complaint. Management may implement quick fixes without considering long term implications. Like the crows bringing the mongoose, a hasty decision might temporarily solve the problem but create unforeseen complications later, affecting employees, clients, or processes. B. Vendor or resource risks. Sometimes companies bring in external vendors or new employees to expedite a project or resolve a problem. While they may deliver immediate results, they may also introduce new challenges such as misaligned culture, security risks, or process inefficiencies. Just as the mongoose resolved the cobra problem but threatened the crow chicks, poorly integrated solutions can backfire if not monitored. C. Organizational changes, corporate mergers, team reshuffles, or rapid structural changes often aim to resolve existing issues. However, without careful analysis, these interventions may generate employee dissatisfaction, confusion, or workflow disruption. The lesson is clear. Anticipate secondary effects before implementing major changes. D. Strategic thinking and leadership. The monkey symbolizes a thoughtful strategic advisor, while the crows represent employees seeking leadership guidance. Leaders must anticipate not only the immediate results of their decisions, but also potential unintended consequences. Effective leadership balances action with foresight, ensuring that solutions do not create new problems. E. Risk assessment and contingency planning. Before any intervention, it's essential to evaluate potential risks and develop contingencies. This is especially important in IT projects, product launches, or financial planning. A solution that appears effective now may introduce vulnerabilities if not evaluated holistically. Personal reflections, life lessons. The fable's wisdom extends beyond corporate scenarios into personal life. A. Financial decisions. For example, facing debt or financial pressure, one might take a high interest loan for immediate relief. While it provides temporary comfort, the long term burden can create a larger, more intractable problem. The crow's haste mirrors our impulsive tendencies. B. Relationships and conflict resolution. Attempting to solve personal conflicts or disputes hastily by forcing a solution, manipulating circumstances, or imposing decisions can create bigger emotional problems later. Thoughtful reflection, dialogue, and contingency planning prevent new issues from arising. C. Risk awareness in everyday life. Whether it's investing, relocating, or choosing solutions to personal challenges, anticipating secondary effects is crucial. Just as the crow's solution invited a new predator, our unexamined decisions can unintentionally create new difficulties. D. Patience and strategic problem solving. Wisdom often lies in patience, in considering alternatives, and in choosing solutions that balance immediate relief with sustainable outcomes. Life's elephants often require careful navigation, not impulsive reactions. E. Learning from outcomes. Even when solutions backfire, reflection and learning help us refine future decision making. The crow's experience demonstrates that problem solving is iterative. Each outcome informs the next strategy. The story also illustrates collaborative problem solving. The crows sought advice from the monkey before taking action. Consulting advisors, mentors, or experienced colleagues helps reduce unforeseen consequences. However, even with advice, one must evaluate risks comprehensively. Integrating lessons for life and work. Anticipate consequences. Every solution carries ripple effects. Effective decision making requires foresight, balance, urgency, and strategy. Immediate relief must be weighed against long term sustainability. Seek expert advice, but evaluate risks. Advisors provide guidance, but leaders must independently assess implications. Monitor and adapt. Implemented solutions need continuous evaluation to ensure they do not introduce new challenges. Ethical problem solving. Solutions should not create ethical dilemmas or harm others, just as the crows had to consider the mongoose's nature. In essence, intelligence, collaboration, and foresight are more valuable than speed or brute force solutions. Solutions must be holistic, sustainable, and adaptable. Conclusion. Wisdom over hastiness. Nearly 3,000 years later, the fable retains its relevance. Solving one problem without considering long term consequences may invite greater risks. Quick fixes, impulsive decisions, or unexamined interventions often generate new challenges. For modern professionals and individuals alike, be thoughtful and strategic when addressing issues. Evaluate solutions for immediate effectiveness and long term impact. Seek guidance, but maintain personal oversight. Remember that rushing to eliminate a problem may unintentionally create a mongoose of greater danger. Life and work are filled with challenges, cobras of urgent problems, and mongooses of unforeseen consequences. The wisdom of this fable reminds us that patience, foresight, and careful planning are essential to navigate these challenges successfully. By considering potential ripple effects, consulting wisely, and balancing urgency with strategy, we can solve problems without introducing greater risks, protecting both our nest and our future. Thank you all. Ravishankar Avadhanam.